Trigger warning. This video contains adult content. If cussing, talks of violence, overdose, death, if that offends you, you may not want to watch this video. You may want to scroll on to the next one because this definitely contains some or all of them topics. So please move on to the next video if it's going to offend you. YouTube, please don't strike, restrict, or remove my content. It's for educational purposes only. And viewers, my crew, I gotta find a name for you guys. But anyways, these videos are gonna get better when I get monetized. As money comes in, I can sink more money into the channel. Right now, I pay for everything out of my pocket and I'm a poor guy. So I'm doing what I can to give you guys, turn out the best content for you. Plus, I'm learning. I just started in this, so I'll definitely get a lot better as I go. Anyhow, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing, commenting, liking, subscribing. Don't forget about the giveaway. It's coming. 1,000 subscribers, $100 giveaway. If you're not subscribed, you might want to do so. If not, that's fine too. Thank you for watching this. I love you guys. Let's get to the video. Okay, who do we got here? What's your name?
I'm Jamie.
Jamie. Nice to meet you, Jamie. How old are you?
39.
39. All right. Where are you from?
I was born and raised here in Columbus.
An old Columbusaneer. Buckeye. Shout out Buckeyes.
My mom was with my dad until I was I think she left my dad, I think, when I was 4 years old. Which I don't remember anything under 4 years old. So my stepdad was pretty much my father growing up. And I mean, of course, no, he'd be my dad, and then my biological would have been my father. Well, that's how my stepdad always said. You always have a father, but I'm just a dad.
Any man can be a father, but it takes a man to be a dad. That's what he was saying. Any guy can be a father. Any guy can get a woman pregnant, but it takes a real man to be a dad. That's the saying. Is that what he used to tell you?
Yeah. Okay. My mom wanted me to change my last name and everything just in spite him, because she said, well, he ain't raised you and ain't trying to be a part of your life. Only when he's got a female with him is when he pretends to want to have you around. So
that's not good. So your father, your biological father, wasn't really, he was in and out of your life and really wasn't that good of a father.
No, I mean, I remember parts of things, like he'd take me to the pumpkin patch, or take me out to eat, or being at his apartment with my older sisters, and but he was mostly gone, which he was a painter, so he was never really there.
So did your mom and your stepdad fight a lot, or did they ever fight at all?
Well, my stepdad, he was, actually, my mom had her first child with him. I don't know how old she was. I just know, I think it was in the 1970s, she got pregnant, and her baby passed away when she was 6 months. She had a heart defect, and he went away to Alcatraz prison.
Wow. So how was your childhood?
I was raised, I mean, my mom was still there. She just, when my stepdad got out of Alcatraz, that's when he came back to my mom, and him and my mom ended up having my youngest sister. So they had a baby one more time, and then he got my mom into being into bar business,
So did you suffer any abuse at the hands of him? I mean, any physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, anything like that?
No, he was an awesome stepdad.
What about anybody through like any distant family, uncles, cousins, anything like that? Nobody, you never had no kind of abuse from nobody?
No.
That's a good thing. I'm glad to hear that. Thank God.
I was raised by my grandparents.
Thank God. So I take it you got a little addiction there. I see you must have a little addiction going on.
Yeah, I smoke crack and fetty.
Is that what you got there? Some crack and some fetty?
Yeah.
Show my viewers here what it looks like. Can we see some of it? What do you got there?
That's the crack.
That's the crack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. When you get the fetty out, we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, it's not something I'm proud of myself.
How did you do in school?
Terrible.
You didn't graduate?
No, I flunked first grade. Well, got held back in first grade, and then I only went to half of ninth grade year, which I was when I was.
Be sure to watch till the end so you see the gift that she gets.
Store, and they took me to juvenile detention, wait till my parents picked me up. And my mom kind of wanted to scare me to give me head start, so she's like, let her stay there. We're going to make her think that she's being, she wanted me to think I'm not coming home because of something I did bad. So
Gotcha.
I went to a respite foster home.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got 4 kids.
4 kids? How many boys? How many girls? Are they all boys, all girls?
2 girls, 2 boys.
2 boys and 2 girls. Where's your family at right now, currently?
My mom, she's still alive. She's raising my youngest sister.
So, where's your family currently at?
My mom, she's still alive. She's raising my youngest sister that passed away. She's raising her daughter, and siblings, kids. My first sister, well, my oldest sister, she got murdered back in '95, and she was on drugs and prostituting back in '95. She was one of the first females, well, not first females, but her body was found in Big Walnut Creek, which that was public view. 2 fishermen found her body.
What was her name?
Melissa Pierce.
Okay, I heard about a girl they found. I think it might have been there in a trash can named Gabby, I think was her name. I heard about that a couple years ago. I was thinking maybe that might have been it.
Yeah, this is back in '95. This
Gotcha.
happened. She was the last time we seen her, it was on her 19th birthday, and she already had her 2 kids. They was 1 and 2 years old when she got murdered. She walked the streets of mostly here on the hilltop. She never left the west side. She always showed up, to check in and stuff, even though she was on drugs. My mom tried her best to get her off of drugs, but the last time we seen her was on her 19th birthday, and she wanted money so bad so she can get drugs, and my mom refused to give her any money. She said, I'll do a cake with you, got you a couple outfits. You should be happy you're here with your kids for your birthday. And then after that, we dropped her off at the known spot that she was buying her dope from, and from there we never seen her again. And
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a pretty sad story.
Yeah, she basically, my mom seen on the news that they found a body, a female, and my mom called the coroner's office to see if that was her daughter, and they said that is your daughter Asian or Caucasian, and or they tried to say that my sister wasn't white, and so my mom was like, all right, well, if that's not her, then there's nothing I can do about that. So from there, we didn't find out till 10 years later when a detective came to us and said that they came out with a new DNA that they found my sister. They already buried her as an unknown person. But back in 95, they didn't have that technology to do all that stuff. So they was trying to go back on bodies that was already buried.
That they already buried and do DNA to figure out who they are. Where did things go wrong in life? Where did things fall apart and your addiction began?
Basically, in 2015, I never did drugs besides cocaine and smoked weed when I was younger, and alcohol. I left my kids' dad for a junkie, well, an ex-junkie where I thought he was clean. He told me he was clean, and he said he's trying to stay away from the drugs and all that, and I said, well, I'm not trying to be with nobody and have anybody in my kids' life.
That's using. You had to have that stuff around your kids, right? I got you. That was a smart decision to not take it around your kids. I respect that. Have you ever been in any serious trouble with the law?
Yeah, drug possession, and that was my first charge, and that was when I got with the ex from when I left my kids' dad. Well, the guy I got with, he's what got me on drugs. So anything that he wanted to do, I basically said, oh, I'm going to do it too.
Followed along.
Yeah, it was like temptation, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah, temptation got you. You followed along when he done it. See, that was weak on his part. He should have kept that away from you if he was going to do it.
I felt like if I'm paying for it, I'm going to do it too, or I'm going to try it. And I took every risk that he was doing just to say, well, if you're doing it, I'm doing it too then.
So did addiction cause you to lose everything, or is addiction a result of losing everything?
No, the addiction caused me to lose everything.
The addiction, so you was addicted before you lost everything. Gotcha.
I started on perk 30s, because that's what he was doing. And then one day we couldn't get no perk 30s, so he's like, well, there's another drug that I'd hate for you to get on because it's very addicting, and that's heroin. We can buy a 20 of heroin, and it would last longer than
perk 30 would. Yeah, that's
perk 30s.
Yeah, when they started taking that stuff away, the doctors started taking it away from people. That's when the opiate craze it really went crazy. When they got rid of the 30s, man, people started doing heroin. Do you think there's a lot of resources out here for help, or do you think we're lacking resources, or what's your honest opinion on it?
No, yeah, there is a lot of resources out there. There could be some that's better. There was a time that I went through the Hope Center, which one day I was walking past, and they was up on, it was at their old location back then, and they kind of was like, well, ain't you tired of this life? And the day I was having a hard time getting dope anyways that day, so I was just like, fuck it. I'll just try it and see what goes from there. It was through detox. I think it was through Ohio State or LSU maybe, or I don't know what it was.
What's your opinion on that, the medically assisted treatment like Suboxone and Methadone? Do you think that helps? Do you think it's a money grab? Do you think it's just trading one drug for another? What's your opinion on that?
I mean, the Suboxones, basically anybody that's on Suboxones, most 90% of people, they're only going to get the Suboxones just so they can trade it or sell them to get their drugs.
Gotcha. I've heard that people go and then they get their Suboxones and either trade them for the dope or sell them and buy dope. I've heard that. A few people have told me that. Do you ever prostitute? Do you trick with Johns and dates and such? Do you do dates?
Yeah, I do.
That's how you supply your habit?
More likely, yeah. I try not to. I mean, if I can do other stuff.
Do you ever hit the dollar stores and steal stuff, or Walgreens, steal shampoo and stuff like that and sell it, hygiene and stuff like that?
No.
I know that's one thing they do a lot of. A guy just stopped me and my brother trying to sell us hygiene. We was going in the little corner store to get cigarettes. He had a whole bunch of hygiene he was trying to sell. Some people do that, I guess.
Yeah, they go boosting.
Yeah, yep.
But
Go ahead.
I don't go boosting, though.
What's the worst thing that you've ever seen out here on the streets? What's the worst thing you've ever seen happen to somebody that you've actually witnessed?
Actually, it would have been my own daughter, biological daughter. She got hooked on drugs out here, not because of me, which some people think it is, but her girlfriend she had at the time introduced her to smoking crack and trying Fetty. One day I was waiting on the block to get picked up myself, and I kept hearing someone screaming and stuff, and I seen this car flying through the alley, and I was like, oh wow. I said, what the hell is that car doing? And next thing I seen the passenger door fly open, and a girl, at the time I just seen this girl fly out of the passenger car, but they was probably going down 50, 60 miles almost down the alley. And
she lived through it? That was your daughter?
She jumped out, and I just seen the girl with red hair just flip out of the passenger door, and it was too many witnesses watching, so they drove off really fast, and I just seen the girl flip out, and I was like, oh my god, that poor girl. And I looked up, and it was my own daughter.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you personally out here?
I've been gunpoint by two guys at one time. When I was walking the block, two guys came up on me and had me on both sides of me. Well, a little distance from me, but they both had a gun on me, and the one guy came up to me and grabbed my bag, and he seen I didn't have anything in my bag that was worth him taking. And then he asked me, like, what are you doing out here? And I said, I had to think real fast, what can I do to play mind him? And I told him, I'm out here, I'm hungry, I'm homeless, I don't have nowhere to go, and I'm trying to just get food. And he's like, you're hungry right now? And I was like, yeah, I'm really hungry. And when he seen I didn't have anything, and he's like, he told his other dude, no, like, signaled to him to not shoot me or whatever they was going to do to me. Because basically I feel like they was probably going to shoot me if they was going to do anything.
Do you feel trapped or consumed by the lifestyle you're living?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, do you feel like you're stuck in it, or do you think you can get out? Do you want to get clean?
I mean, yeah, I always think to get clean, you know, there's days you like to wake up and not feel sick.
Yeah, nobody wants to be sick. I understand that.
If there was a magical pill out there that could just take it away, it'd be easier. But
yeah, I get it. A lot of people don't understand when you're homeless and you're addicted, you're like at the very bottom, and it's so hard to get back up. And it's like impossible to get back up by yourself. But with a helping hand, it's definitely possible. What do you got there? Some Fetty? Is that what that is?
yeah, it's fatty.
Do you mind to show my viewers there what it looks like?
Which some was already burnt on the foil, but it was...
How much would you say that is there?
Right there is no more than $5 worth. I don't smoke all of it at once. I only had a dime, so that's just little pieces out of it that I smoke. And it's just a bitter me, which sometimes I don't know why I smoke, because I'm not smoking as much as I used to, but because I smoke crack, so crack
kind of helps. It makes you not use as much, carries the buzz a little longer or whatnot, so you don't feel sick as fast.
Yeah, but then the outcome of it, when you do get dope sick, you do get dope sick a little more because you're got all that crack in your system. So it's back and forth.
Do you want to get clean? I mean, do you want to get clean, or are you content where you're at right now? Do you feel like it just ain't the time to get clean, or?
I mean, I do want to get clean. I think about it all the time because I know I've had so many options. Like, my kids' dads told me, like, oh, if you get clean, I'll give you 3 months for you to stay clean. I'll get you your own car, your own apartment, let you get custody back of the kids. You can have their Social Security checks every month so you can be able to afford to buy and pay what you need. I'll even pay your rent for you. I'll do any... I mean, this is years ago, though. This was offered on the table to me, so now my kids are getting older now. My son...
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you just said something that kind of alarms the big question here. Here comes the big one. What would you say if I asked you, if I honestly offered you the help that you need to get away from all this? What would you say to me?
That would be a question here.
I'll tell you what, I don't want to really put you under the gun. I'll leave my information with you, and if you decide that you want any help, you want to get away, my phone's on 24 hours a day, and you're more than welcome to call. If you need help with anything, whatever, give me a call anytime. I'll leave my info with you. And you can always get on YouTube and pull a video up. Janky is the name of the channel. Get in the description. My email's on every channel. Shoot me an email. But I'm going to leave everything with you. My email, my phone number, all that. So, what would you want to tell anyone to deter them away from this lifestyle? What would you tell somebody to try to convince them to not use their first time?
Well, it's just like when you did DARE in school. They say no to drugs.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, anything to try to convince somebody to not do it is better than nothing. So
yeah, seen too many people OD, and hear stories about people where they did OD and didn't come back. You know, people dropping them off and, you know, just leaving them there for dead, or they dying in the house, the trap houses, and people making other junkies have to take care of all that shit. And I mean, I've never witnessed any of that. I mean, I found one dead body one time down in the bottoms, and I don't know if that's due to that person being OD'd or if he was just murdered, but he was a real dead person.
I greatly appreciate your time for this interview, Jamie. I got a couple questions directly from the viewers for you. The first one, what's some things that y'all could use out here being homeless, things that keep you warm, and, some kind of, maybe some dry foods or something that you can store, carry along with you, little snack packs or anything like that. What's some things y'all can use out here?
I mean, right now for the cold, they always need blankets and I don't know.
I always say blankets, socks, jackets, hand warmers. That's what I always say, but
yeah,
the viewers just wanted to hear it directly from you, so that's why I asked.
It'd be nice if they was able to carry around something that was electrical thing that they could plug in to be able to warm up their food, or turn a heater on or something.
I seen a guy walking the other day right down here at this little gas station, and he had like a portable propane heater he was carrying with him, a little Buddy heater, Mr. Buddy or something is what it was called. It was a little handheld heater he had. It ran off of propane. I thought it was pretty cool. Second question directly from the viewers. Do you have a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, so they can send anything they wish to help you if they choose to?
At the moment I do not, but I definitely need to create one.
I'll tell you what, if you work on one, you get one. Like I said, I'm going to leave my information. Get a hold of me and give it to me and give me your link, and I'll update your video with it. And then, people can send you, a little bit of funding or whatever if they wish to do so.
Yeah.
What would you tell your family if your family was watching? Is there anything you'd want to tell them?
No. Just act like you didn't see me on here, I guess.
Okay. You won't be Jamie if they're watching. You'll be Tina or somebody. Anything you want to tell anyone or shout out to anyone? Shout anyone out?
No, not really.
All right. Well, Jamie, I thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it. The viewers appreciate it, and I'm sure they always want to see everybody get the help that they need. So I'll let you know the viewers said that. They pray for you. They pray for all of you that they see. So I hope everything works out for you. I'm going to jump off of here and get you all my contact info, and
okay.
We'll catch you on an update video later on down the road and see how you're doing. How's that?
Yep.
All right. Once again, Jamie, I thank you. I thank you very much. You be blessed. Jamie, I'm going to give you a gift here before you take off. Please, if you ever need this, please use it, okay?
Okay.
Please use that if you ever need it. If you need it for you, a friend, whatever, please be sure to use it. If you ever need any, reach out to me. I got it all the time, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie.